Good morning and good evening, friends. Welcome to GoOnlineTrainings.com. Today is the final demo number three of data analytics using Power BI. Power BI is very easy. To learn Power BI, you need not know anything. But why are we learning SQL Server as well? Because without SQL, you will not be able to get a job. Learning Power BI purpose, we are not learning SQL Server. Should not be thinking like that. Power BI is an independent skill. You can learn Power BI without learning SQL Server. But why are we learning SQL? To crack your interview, to get very bigger packages. Why? My students are going to be getting 15, 20 lakhs packages because of more skill set, more practical implementation, more projects, more case studies, more assignments. Clear? So all of them are included, and definitely you think it is one IIT for you. You think it is one best curriculum for you. I'm only one trainer here. I'm only teaching everything. We don't have any other trainer in Go Online Trainings. I'm the person. I'm going to be teaching you data analytics, Power BI, and one more course, data engineering. Data engineering is also next 5 years. You have much more opportunities because data is more and more getting generated. If you get a job in data analytics, work for 2 years in Power BI, and after that you again come back after 2 years and learn Azure data engineering, and 15 lakhs guy can jump into 35 lakhs guys, right? So always don't leave the mentors, don't leave the good gurus in your life, right? Even though you're intelligent, even though you have very good qualification skills, but if you don't have a mentor, you lose much more opportunities. As I told you always, uh, best mentor in your life, you have to have someone. Clear? Don't leave them after getting the job, before getting the job also, right? Even though my phone number is not working, you can have Bhaskar Jogi at gmail.com, so that you are going to be using, and you will be able to get the things. Okay. So now for let us talk about why data analytics is very, very important. Okay, data analytics means it is a process to convert your raw data into meaningful data. That is data analytics work, right? What is a data analyst? Data analyst is going to be doing the same work. Okay, data analytics is a process to take your raw data, convert into meaningful insights, meaningful patterns that you're going to be extracting with the help of the data analytics process. Who's going to be doing the data analyst, right? Then you have one more skill set called a business analyst. Business analyst is the guy who's going to be talking to the customer, gathering the requirement from the business owners, and a data analyst is the guy who's going to be taking the requirement, preparing the proper visualizations, getting the data, cleaning the data, storing the data, creating a lot of insights. I'll talk about the difference between business analyst as well as data analyst as well. Okay, so from the next class, meeting ID will change. Make sure that you make the payment by today or tomorrow by maximum. So today the offer is going on. You can utilize that. Okay. So we are going to be learning SQL Server, Power BI first and second month, third month SSIS and data warehousing. So today I'll talk about what is the need for SSIS and data warehousing, SSAS, everything. I'm going to be giving you brief intro. Clear, guys? Chalo. Now, let us go and start the next class. If you wanted to buy a laptop, if you wanted to buy a laptop, so I wanted to give you laptop configuration also. Before that, so as I told you, if you have small amount of data, we are going to be storing the data in Excel sheets. This is KBs or MBs of data. GBs of data means we are going to be using RDBMS tools like Oracle, SQL Server, MySQL, Teradata, any one software you're going to be installing and try to load your data. And for processing of the data, we are going to use the language. Only thing is that these are complex and more coding. So if the data size is increasing day by day, then it will be It cannot be stored in simple SQL. You need to have a data warehousing, and data warehouse means large hardware and SQL. Any one software you should be able to install and to process the data. IT industry introduced BA tools without coding, without programming. I wanted to process the data means you should not be using any of these languages. Use these tools because IT industry giving you a lot of tools and IT industry giving you no coding tools. That is the advantage for you because when I started learning in year 2000, we have to learn C, C++, Java, .NET, everything, right? But today people say we don't want to code. Chat GPT came. Chat GPT can generate lot of code for you. Only thing is that what Chat GPT cannot do, even though it can generate the code, Chat GPT cannot understand the code. So that is where human beings are needed. So today you can write any kind of a code, right? You can write, but more than you're writing, Chat GPT, AI applications can write the code. But if they're writing the code, why are they not using? Because Chat GPT can write the code. Chat GPT cannot understand the code which is writing. So that is where human beings are needed. So you take the code and try to understand the code and ask the client requirement and try to give proper, do the small modification to the code and try to fix the code there. So instead of spending 10 days, you spend only 1 day today. Writing code Chat GPT can do or AI can do, but you can understand the code. For understanding purpose also, you should know coding, you should know everything. You cannot say Chat GPT will give me code, I try to copy paste. No, 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 no. Chat GPT will give you code. It cannot understand what it is telling you. That understanding only human being can do. Clear? Many people are saying Chat GPT is generating a code. Yes, your productivity will increase. All the modification Chat GPT cannot do. That Chat GPT cannot understand the proper requirement. You need to make it small changes to the code which is given by Chat GPT and try to utilize it. Right? So even though Chat GPT is there, still you have to learn the coding and everything. But for you, no coding is needed today. That is the beauty, right? Coding is not needed for you. So it is terabytes, but today we are talking about more than that. Petabyte of data, zettabyte of data. It is going to be used by Apache Hadoop and Apache Spark. So these are the data engineering tools. So if you wanted to become a data engineering, data warehousing, then big data Hadoop, big data Spark, you need to know. So that is what I've discussed. I would like to give you Microsoft SQL Server history. Microsoft started SQL Server, SQL Server as a RDBMS software in 1.0 version is started. You know when it is started, the first version in year uh, 1989. SQL Server was RDBMS software, data storing and data retrieval. RDBMS means a tank. I told you, a tank. What you do? You put the water, get the water. If somebody says it is RDBMS means put the data, get the data. First version is this. Then 3.0. The next version 5.0. Next version 2000. So till 2000, SQL Server was completely RDBMS software. But today, next version is 2005. In this version, not only RDBMS, but also MSBI is also got added. Remember this. Clear? So today we are talking about SQL Server, not only RDBMS, MSBA, Microsoft Business Intelligence, SSIS and SSAS and SSRS got launched in year 2005. Right? So after that, many versions got released 2008, 12, 15, 17, 19. Today, the latest version is SQL Server 2022. Right? So, what is SSIS? And SQL Server Integration Services, which is a ETL software. What is SSIS? It is released in year 2005, and SQL Server is now not only RDBMS software but also BI software. Business intelligence means data analytics work also you can do. First tool SSIS, this is ETL software. ETL stands for extracting data, transforming the data, load the data. SSAS means analysis software, which is going to be creating a cubing and processing. SSRS, SQL Server reporting services, it is going to be creating a report. But this SSRS is gone today. We are going to be learning Power BI. right? But what is SSIS? What is SSAS? This is ETL tool. What is ETL? Today we'll understand. So you should know SSIS, SSIS, Power BI, and SQL Server, RDBMS. You have to know data warehousing also. You have to know if you want to become a uh, data scientist or a data engineer or data you know list. So definitely you need to have this kind of a knowledge. Laptop, if you wanted to buy, minimum 4 GB of RAM is required. Any processor is fine, but except no Celeron processor. Don't buy these computers. Celeron processor computer. 512 GB of hard disk or SSD, Windows 10 or later version, SQL Server I'm going to be giving you. I'm going to be installing this on next class. Okay. Power BI, I'm going to be installing. Power BI software is called Power BI Desktop. Okay. So this is the laptop configuration that you need to have. If you go to Amazon.in, you will be able to buy any laptop. I'm using a Lenovo. You can buy HP, Lenovo, whatever you wanted to buy. Don't go beyond 35,000 rupees. You can say i3 is fine, 8 GB, 512 GB, Windows 11. You can buy this laptop. Don't buy lesser than 30,000 rupees and more than 35,000 rupees laptops. So this laptop is more than sufficient. I'm going to be giving you this laptop configuration. You buy this laptop. If you have in desktop, that is also you can use it. But if you don't have a laptop, organize within 1 week of time. Not by Monday, not by Tuesday, not by Wednesday. Take 1 week of time. Try to buy and even 25,000 rupees Ryzen. But I don't recommend these laptops. Just go and this is also you have AMD Ryzen 35,000 rupees laptops. This is also good laptop. You can buy it AMD processor. I'm giving you in the chart window. So people have to buy one laptop, get it within 1 week or 10 days of time. Right? So this is important. And this is 44,000. Don't go beyond 35,000 rupees laptops. Clear? And don't buy Celeron. I always not recommend this processor. Okay, very cheaper, but never buy Celeron processor laptops. Not for your kids also. So even though you're a non-technical guy, don't buy these laptops. These are useless. Okay, sure. So I wanted to have this kind of a configuration. And Windows 10 or Windows 11 is later. A later version is important. So today we are going to be talking about demo number 3. Okay. So I wanted to take today one use case. Amazon company. I'm going to be taking an example. Now, what is the use case I'm talking about today? You go to Amazon company, you say that you're a data analyst. You know how to analyze their data. You have 20 years of experience. Somehow you got Amazon CEO number or Amazon India head number, you got it. You go and ask, sir, you give me your data. I wanted to analyze and I would like to give you insights about your data. Then what Amazon company will say? Amazon company CEO will say, hey Bhaskar, thank you for the opportunity. But we don't have all the data. So the data has a lot of challenges. First issue, they'll say the data is not available in a single machine, single location. I have some data in India, I have some data in US, I have some data in UK, Dubai, Africa, Singapore. I'm having businesses all over the world. My data is not available in a single place, right? I'm having the data all over the world. The second issue we have, Bhaskar, environment. What is the meaning of environment? They'll say we have Java, .NET, Python, Android, iOS, Excel, Salesforce, SAP. Lot of applications we are using worldwide. For example, you go to Amazon. Do you know what application it is? I am talking about Amazon.in. Do you know what application it is? It may be Java application. We don't know. Or if you go to Africa, it may be Python application. If you go to US, it may be .NET application. So what application it is, that you do not know. But still, it's going to be taking your data, taking your orders. It's going to be working with this. India may be Java, US may be, .NET application and Android application. You can buy the products. with the help of your Android, iOS, applications. So Amazon is collecting the data from the different platforms, because if you're purchasing a product means, what is the meaning? You're buying the product, you're giving the data to them. End of the day, you make the payment, but all the data will be recorded in different applications. They don't use only one application. They collect the data in different forms. In call centers, they may use Excel sheets. In inventory also, they may use Excel sheets, because they'll have inventory also. Kada? So the second issue is that they have thousands of different applications. The third application, the size is also not small size. Some places, Africa and those places, may be small amount of data, GBs, and you may be having GBs of data here. You may be having terabyte of data here. We are going to be talking about a petabyte of zettabyte of data here. When you have a more and more data, you should buy more hardware to store, more networking, more capacities, more storages. Lot of things you need to plan. Depends upon the data size, from which country, what is the data, how can we process the data. So lot of things you need to plan, right? So what is the size of the data? This is also one more issue. We are talking about data is there, but lot of issues in the data. It is not there in a single place. They will say, you go to Africa and get the data, Bhaskar, and try to analyze it. Then how do I go to Africa? Right? Personally, I cannot go. Now, accuracy. What is the meaning of accuracy? How clean the data is. Do you think that all the data which is there within Microsoft or within Amazon, do you think that all the data is cleaned data? It is not. Clear? Data may be uncleaned data. It may be called as a dirty data or bad data. You may be having a lot of duplicated data, blank values, misspelled data, all the data, low accuracy, medium accuracy, high accuracy. High accuracy means cleaned data. Like that, data itself they are maintaining, but it is not cleaned. For example, you go to supermarket and buy some vegetables. So do you think that those vegetables are cleaned? Do you use them as it is, or will you cleaning the vegetables after coming home? You get spinach, you get palak, you get a lot of vegetables, chicken from very good supermarket called Walmart. They'll pack it very neatly. Do you think that you're not going to be cleaning the vegetables? You need to clean them, because the vegetables that you're buying is dirty vegetables or a bad data, bad vegetables. You need to clean them. Without cleaning the data, never use the data, because it is not guaranteed the data is cleaned. Even though it is Amazon's data, I'm not talking about another company. One company only I'm talking about. So you have to clean this dirty data, bad data. So lot of data issues are available here. So what normally we're going to be doing? You are going to be first to collect all the data from different applications. It is Amazon data. You can easily combine. All of them are completely sales transactions data. I am talking about a single company here, Amazon company, right? So trying to understand, it is Amazon company's data I'm talking about. In India, they may be having Java application, right? In let us say in US, they may be running a .NET application. That is also a data which is coming in US. If you go to Dubai, Dubai may has a call center. Data may be captured in Excel sheets, right? So whenever you go and try to, for example, I would like to buy a laptop. I am from India. This is my from my computer. I wanted to establish a connection. How do you establish a connection? Very simple. You go, you click on www.amazon.com. Unknowingly, your computer is connecting to this, and whenever you purchase something, data is going to be going and getting stored there. Like that, thousands of people are going to be buying. Many people are going to be connecting via phone, connecting via laptops, connecting via iPhones. So multiple people are connecting and buying the products regularly. Clear? So these kind of a thing that you need to understand. This is your client. Client means the end user machine. So this is what is called your server. Server means a bigger computer. Clear? It is a .NET server, Java server, Dubai. So many thousands of people are going to be connecting morning, evening to morning, 6 o'clock to midnight, 12 o'clock, or 24 by 7. People are buying and buying, buying and buying, buying and buying. So if you're from India, all people are connected to this server. The server means a bigger computer. Your computer is called as a client. Client means a smaller computer, right? Server who can serve many people. If you go to a hotel, so there is a waiter or a server. Server can serve many people. He will take your order. He can serve the food. So the name server came from that. Who can serve many people? So many people means he has capability to give you the service, right? So server means you need to understand a bigger hardware, bigger computer. You have 4 GB of RAM in your laptop. Server may have 100 GB of RAM. Clear? Something like that you need to understand. More processing capabilities, more CPU capabilities, more RAM capabilities are going to be there. That is what is called as a server. Server is also one computer. Clear? So if you wanted to buy any product from Amazon.com, you are called as a client customer. Customer is going to be buying and lot of data will go. Again, same thing is going to be for US also. Lot of people are going to be buying morning to evening. All the data will come here. Are you able to understand? Now you can also go and see a lot of customers are calling call center Dubai and a lot of complaints. All the phone numbers and everything. Dubai call center team is going to be loading into the Excel sheets. End of the day, all the data is given by the customer or the client. This kind of a data is called as OLTP data. What kind of data I'm going to be talking about? OLTP data. OLTP means simply fresh data. Somebody says OLTP means it is online transaction processing system. That is what you got to understand. Let me go. And what is OLTP? OLTP means online transaction processing. Wherever we are storing the fresh data, that systems are called as OLTP systems. Clear? OLTP means online transaction processing. Transaction means in Telugu lava devi. What do you mean by lava devi? Whatever you do, for example, buying a product in Walmart, there's a transaction. Canceling a hotel room, transaction. Transferring my fee today in PhonePe, a transaction. You're canceling some order in Amazon.com, buying a product, withdrawing the cash, or depositing the cash, transferring the funds, paying the loan amount, making the rental amount to your house owner. So whatever you do is a transaction. Clear? So these are transactions data today completely captured in the computers only. If you make a phone pay application is OLTP application because the fresh transaction data PhonePe is going to be capturing. PhonePe is what kind of an application? Maybe Android application, a Java application. I don't know, but I can say OLTP application. It is OLTP means which end users are using. Whatever you and me are using, these applications are called as OLTP. What applications we use? We use everything. You go to bookmyshow.com, book a movie ticket. You go to yatra.com, book a flight ticket. You go to IRCTC, railway company, book a train ticket. You go to banking, State Bank of India, transfer the funds. You go to ATM, withdraw the cash. You go to phone pay, recharge your mobile phone. You go to Airtel, take a fresh SIM. So whatever we are using, airtel.com, phone pay, or amazon.com, banking.com, anything that we are using, all those applications are OLTP applications. OLTP applications means online transaction processing applications. These applications are created using different technologies, maybe Java, .NET, Android, SAP, X or Y or Z. OLTP means end users used applications. And the fresh data always goes, right? If you buy a mobile phone today in Amazon.com, fresh purchase data will go. Today, if you go to PhonePe and transfer a fee, my fee from your PhonePe to my PhonePe, one transaction in your PhonePe, one more transaction in my PhonePe. So PhonePe is a OLTP application. Fresh data will be captured. But now tell me, what about last 2 years PhonePe transactions data? Where is that data? Okay, fresh data will go to OLTP. But if you're buying and buying, buying and buying, one day these computers will become a full, right? One day, this is also a computer. Computer will have a limitation to the hardware, software. So one day, what will happen? These OLTP computers also will be full, right? You people are buying and buying, buying and buying. Every day data goes and goes and goes and goes and goes here. One day, these computers also will be full, right? So what should I do with the data? It will also have a fresh data, and these computers are going to be having limited capacity of hardware, not very big servers. You may have less than 1 terabyte of data. They can store not very big hardwares. Processing cap RAM size will be more, and CPU's time will be more, but hard disk size they will have limited sizes. Clear? So here, what are we talking about? OLTP means you need to understand a few points. It is fresh data will come. Small size data only they can accommodate less than 500 GB, 600 GB data. And most of the time you're going to be writing the data. 80% of the time you are going to be writing the data into these applications, and end users are connected. This data is called as a normalized data. Less indexes are used. These 2 points you don't understand, I can remove or let me keep it. Don't worry these points. But these 5 points, 4 points you need to know clearly. Whatever the application that you're using today, you have installed Airtel to recharge your phone, or you are using a Paytm or banking app, ICICI Bank app, or you are using IKEA to buy some products, or you may be using Amazon.com. Any app that you're using it today, it may be Android app or it may be any app. That app is, if you're using, means it is a OLTP app. OLTP always takes fresh data. And most of the time, you're going to be writing the data. If nobody is buying products in Amazon.com, then do you think that Amazon can survive? So, what are they doing? People are not only watching the products, many people are buying it. Flipkart. So, writing capability is more. OLTP applications are to capture your data. Remember, see, Amazon.com is to show you the products and what is their purpose. You need to buy the product. The writing is going to be happening. Data writing is going to happen in OLTP. End users are going to be using. But now tell me, this data is full one day. What I have to do? I need to take the data from here. Because if the data is full here, what I should do? I need to take the data from here. I have to take the data from here with the help of a tool called ETL tools. Okay, what tools we are going to be using? ETL tools. As I told you, SSIS is one ETL tool. Lot many ETL tools are available in the world. ETL stands for, as I know, it is going to be called as extracting the data, transforming the data, loading the data. This is the meaning of ETL. Extract means get the data, read the data. Transform means clean or change the data. Load means write the data. So what it is going to be doing? It is going to be going here and extracting the data. Means read all the data you need to read. So SSIS will read the data from here at a time. Then that is E, extracting. The second one, it is going to be transforming the data. Transformation means the cleaning activity, or it wanted to change the data as it is not going to be using, it is going to be cleaning, right? So clean the data, it is going to be cleaning the data. Cleaned data, it is going to be storing into, it is going to be storing into one more computer called staging. Staging server. Staging means a temporary. So what is that we're going to be doing? We're going to be extracting the data and getting the data temporarily. Again, I'm going to be storing all the data here. Okay, I'm going to be creating a lot of tables, and this is also one bigger computer. And what software we're going to be using here? We're going to be using a software called SQL. RDBMS only will be used, and data coming from here, data coming from here, data coming from Excel sheets will be coming temporarily. What we do, we are going to be doing again a second time cleaning. So this is also a temporary area. Data cleansing is going to be happening once again. Data cleansing process. You may remove duplicated data, remove duplicates, or you wanted to merge the data. or you wanted to convert the data, or you wanted to split the data. Clear? Or you wanted to fill blank values. Blank values are there, you would like to fill, right? Or correct misspelled data. You have a lot of misspelled data that I wanted to correct it. Why? Because if you don't clean the data, this data nobody can use later. Now tell me, you go to shop number one. This is shop number one, buying some vegetables. You go to shop number two, buy some vegetables. You go to shop number three, buy milk curd chicken. So these are the data sources from where you can get the data. Now at the time of buying, you are going to be cleaning. Cleaning means getting cleaned vegetables and looking at the potato, looking at the tomato. Slowly you are cleaning and taking the potato, dumping into a temporary a bag. So you go to shop number one, shop number two, shop number three. You see them, you check them cleaned. So transformation is happening because you're going to be filtering good. Transformation means get change or cleaned data. You go to the shop and you pick up the data like this. After that, what you do? Somehow you're going to be getting somewhat cleaned leaves. All of them are going to be getting. And where will you keep? All of them are going to be dumping into a carry bag. Carry bag is permanent storage or temporary storage. Staging is area, it is nothing but your carry bag. All the vegetables are going to be keeping it here. Come home again a second time you're going to be started cleaning. You open the carry bag and all the tomato you put them into water. All potato also put them into water. All leafy vegetables put them into salty water. Right? So, like that, step number one, you are going to be putting them into water. That is step number one, cleaning. Step number two, what? You wanted to change. For example, after cleaning a potato, you would like to peel the potato. Why? You would like to create a potato wafers. Your son is asking, Mom, I would like to have potato wafers today. What you do? You go to the shop, get the cleaned vegetables. Again, second time you're going to be cleaning. Third step, you're going to be peeling the potato. Peeling is again one more transformation. Transformation means cleaning and changing, right? So peeling the potato is a second transformation. Washing into the water, one transformation. Potato peeling, తొక్క తీయటం పొటాటోని. తర్వాత ఏం చేయాలి? Cutting the potato into small pieces. That is third transformation. Then add salt and pepper to the potato. Fourth transformation. Clear? So you are going to be getting the raw potato completely changing. These are called transformations. అర్థమవుతుందా? Get the potato, clean the potato, peel the potato, cut the potato, put the potato into salty water, get the potato again from the salty water, dry them, and add turmeric and everything. So all the transformations are going to be happening. Are you able to understand? So you're not going to be using potato as it is. Now think about a tomato. So what is tomato now? Tomato, you're able to get it. So tomato, you're cleaned it. Step number one, cleaning. Transformation means what I told you, cleaning or changing. Both of them are called transformation. Tomato you have cleaned, but are you be going to use a tomato as it is? No, no, no. Your grandmother told, hey, make a tomato puree, tomato paste. So what are you doing now? Cleaned tomato, you are again changing into pure paste. So what is this? It is also one more form. So you're going to be changing the raw data into required data. So what is that grandmother needs? Tomato puree. She does not need tomatoes as it is. Clear? So depends upon the requirement of the customer, you are going to be changing your data. Clear? So data will come. For example, I will give my date of birth. So 29 9, let us say my date of birth is 1980. So that is my date of birth. But what is the requirement? Requirement is I wanted to get people who born on Wednesday will be given surprise gift. That is uh, one small requirement. So what they need, they don't need the uh, date of birth. They need data for day name. Using the date, you need to extract the name of the day. That is what is called transformation here. You take the data, customer needs what is the in which day Bhaskar is born or which day Kamala is born. Customer's date of birth data I will give you. You give me the day name. So that is the requirement of the customer. So what is that? If you born on a Sunday, customers will give you, the company may give you 1,000 rupees discount coupon to all its customers. Now, what is the data they need? They need your date of birth. Using that, they're extracting day name, and using the day name, you are going to be getting a lucky coupon on your day. So this is one small requirement I'm talking about. So you should not be thinking date of birth will be as it is used. No, 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 no. People may use differently. Are you able to understand? So, data is extracted and transformed means cleaned and changed, and again it is going to be loaded. Clear? So, you need to understand a few things here. Transformation means a lot of things. So, here we are going to be doing some cleaning. After that, you're going to be dumping into the kitchen. Staging area means what? Carry bag. You open the carry bag, you also do the second cleaning. Cleaning number one will be done here. Cleaning number two, again, you're going to be doing it here. So that is what is step number two. Clear? So once the cleaning is done twice, you are going to be taking this data, and this data again is going to be sent to final because you made a tomato paste. What you do? You are going to be storing the tomato paste into refrigerator. So finally, you take the cleaned data from here, and again we are going to be using same ETL. It is going to be taking same ETL, and it is going to be dumping into, you have made tomato puree, tomato paste. All the final data is going to go to a refrigerator. Refrigerator is your cleaned vegetables. So here refrigerator will be your data warehouse. Clear? Are you able to understand? Now, data warehouse, the companies are going to be having. Data warehouse means, large hardware you need to buy. Inside that, because to store data everywhere, we're going to be using SQL. Here also, we are going to be as using SQL only in staging. Staging means a temporary. But a data warehouse is nothing but your bigger hardware and where SQL is installed. So this is one more system. This is a cleaned data where you're going to be storing. So this system is called as a OLAP system. So we have OLTP here. You will be able to understand OLTP. And we are talking about OLAP systems. Two systems are available in your IT industry. What is OLTP? As I told you, every time people are buying products, thousands of people are going to be buying the products here. All the data, all the data will be going and going and going here. One day, these servers are full. One day, these computers are full. What will happen after 1 month or after 2 months or after 6 months? This computer is full. This computer is full with the data. This is also full with the data because people are buying and buying, buying and buying. Diwali season, Christmas season, you're buying. All the data is now full. What you do with the help of SSIS, you extract all the data, load all the data here. So when you load the data, this will become empty. You remove all the data from here. The data is taken and dump it here. You are going to be cleaning the data. Okay, clean the data. Again, you're going to be using SSIS here. And with the help of SSIS, what I'm trying, with the help of again, SSIS, I'm going to be taking this data and dumping all this data into here, right? You're going to be going, all the data will come. Now the data is going to be removed completely. Nothing is going to be there. Again, people are buying and buying next month also. Next 5 months they'll buy. You will have much more data coming in next 5 months. Again, the servers are full. OLTP is full. Again, what you do with the help of SSIS, this is one SSIS application which is going to be getting the data, loading the data into here. This data will be loaded to this server. You will clean the data. Clean the data again with the help of this SSIS. it is going to be going, and you are going to be dumping into this place. So again, this data is completely empty. Again, the data will come next month. Clear? So again, this server is also empty. So like that, you need to understand. So what do you understand OLTP and OLAP? OLTP may maintain last 3 months data, 4 months data, 5 months data. Once it is full, the old data is going to be removed from the OLTP systems and moved to the OLAP system. What is OLAP? OLAP means data warehousing. Data warehouse is going to store historical data, old data. I'll give you one more example. You go to Tirumala Tirupati, or you go to church, you go to masjid. So there is a hundi, or there is a gift box. So all the people are going to be donating a lot of items to the god, right? Once in a week, once in a 10 days, hundis are full. The gift boxes are full, right? So what will they do? They'll open the all hundis, all gift boxes every once in a month. All items are taken from the the hundis. Hundis means OLTP. OLTP means which are connected to the customer. Customer means people are visiting the temple. They are the customers for the temple, right? Once it is full, you need to take all the items from cash, gold, everything, and dump into one more place. They are going to be, putting all the gold into one place, all the silver into one place, all the cash into one place. That is what is called a staging area. Staging means cleaning process is going to be happening. All the gold separately, all the silver separately, 100 rupees notes separately. They're going to be doing that. So after that, the final amount will be going, and they're going to be putting into locker. Locker is your data warehouse. Think like that. All the gold will come here, all the silver will come here. Like that, every month they are going to be getting. So they are going to be happening. This is what is called all the hundis will be dumping here, and you're going to be cleaning and arranging everything in the staging area. Now you convert all cash into separately, gold separately, this separately, that separately. So that is what you got to understand. Clear? So, what is OLTP means? The hundi boxes, the fresh transaction which are happening where you will have a fresh data. But what is OLAP? OLAP means, so I'm talking about, so OLTP means what? Every month you're getting the data and putting it here. So every month of 500 GB into, you assume 500 GB every month you're getting from OLTP. So into 12 months data, what is the size? 6000 GB, which is equivalent to 6 terabytes, 1 year data. But I wanted to store 10 years of data. What it will become? It will become slowly 60 terabytes of data. Slowly, we are talking about large size data that will be in terabytes. Clear? So it will be read and write data, but this is read only data because historical data. Last 5 years, railway tickets you have booked it. Do you think that that is modifiable data? Nobody will modify the data because it is history already done. Business users are going to be using this data. So who's going to be using this data? This data is going to be taken by your management. Amazon CEO wanted to see the data. Why? Because OLTP will not maintain your last 10 years of data. OLTP, your hundi will have last 1 month, collections of cash and everything. But I wanted to know 1980 onwards, what are the total collections the Tirumala Tirupati heads, they wanted to know where is the data. The data will be there in the lockers. Clear? That is what is called OLAP. OLAP means it is going to be maintaining historical data, online analytical processing data. You are going to be analyzing the data only on the history. Now tell me, uh, I'm going to be giving you last 1 month data. So can you analyze last 1 month business? You can analyze. But if you wanted to know about the company of Amazon, last 20 years growth you wanted to see, if you have 1 month of data, can you analyze Amazon sales growth for last 20 years? You cannot, right? How do you analyze? Analysis means not 1 month data, 1 day data. Now tell me, how is Bhaskar sir? Somebody asked you this question. Bhaskar sir, lost 1 week only. Now, sir, Bhaskar sir is very good. He is teaching very, very well. And Bhaskar sir is fantastic. That is what you told me because you have only lost 1 week of data of Bhaskar sir is available. But if you go to my hometown and ask, they will give you different perspective. Bhaskar sir was a Naxalite earlier. He was in some radicals party. He got arrested. He was there in jail for 10 years and came out and started his own training institution. So he will give different perspective. Why? Because they have complete data. They can give you more clarity. Analysis are clear and crisp there. But your data is not going to be give you clear cut analysis because you don't have the complete history. So analysis means you need to have more data. That is the reason OLTP applications data we cannot take it because OLTP can maintain 3 days data, 3 months data, last 3 years data. Now I want to run my application and from starting to end I would like to analyze. Bhaskar sir's analysis I wanted to do means I should ask his father only or I should ask his villagers. How is Bhaskar sir from since uh, gives a birth to till today. So who will give you? The mother or father or the villages. So because they have complete data. So analysis is going to be done not on 1 month data, not on 2 months data. Entire data you need to take it and dump it. The entire data of the company will be there in data warehousing. Clear? Are you able to understand or not? So data warehousing is going to be called as OLAP. OLAP means what? It is going to be online analytical processing. So I will give you simple example and I wanted to conclude this session. Almost we are done. Now you assume that you do not have any water supply to your home. So what you do? Morning 6 o'clock water tanker comes. You, your mother, father, everybody go to the street and will catch the water. So this is your bucket. So this is a steel bucket that you are going to be taking. Your mother is taking a plastic bucket. These are called buckets. Buckets means small in size. This is one more, let us say, some paint bucket, some bucket. So you and your mother are going to get the water in the street. Once this is full, the water is full in the bucket, water is full in the bucket, water is full. What you do? You are going to be maintaining a tank. This is you understand as a tank or a drum. Tank or a drum at your home. You go and put the water here. Again, you go back, get a second time water. Okay, second time also you go get some more water because these buckets are 30-40 liters capacity. Tank capacity may be 10,000 liter capacity. Now again, second time you're going to be getting the water. Again, third time, fourth time. So daily you're going to be maintaining like this. Now tell me, instead of you manually putting the water here, one of your friend told Bhaskar, can't you buy a motor pump? You're manually putting the water into the tank. Manually, you're going to be dumping the water into the tank. One friend suggested you, Bhaskar, you go buy one motor pump. Do you know what is a motor pump? In our example, motor pump you buy it. So I went, I had seen lot of motor pumps. This motor pump I'm going to be buying or I may be buying this. So this is your ETL. Clear? ETL means it can connect to your buckets. So you have your mother bucket, father bucket, all the bucket which can connect, which is going to be putting all the water into tank number one. Okay. But your mother told, hey Bhaskar, don't directly dump into tank number two because you have one more tank. Tank number two. You're going to be putting the water here. Here, you're going to be doing reverse osmosis, chlorination. This is what is called a staging tank. Staging means a cleaning. So, motor number one will get all the raw data. You're going to be putting the data and the cleaning, reverse osmosis, the cleaning, chlorination. All of them will have. From this tank, again, I'm going to be using one more motor pump. This ETL will go. This is going to be dumping into final tank. This tank will have a cleaned data. Are you getting? So, how many ETLs I'm using? ETL number one here, ETL number two here. So, From data sources to this, I'm going to be bringing and cleaning reverse osmosis, chlorination, boiling the water. Lot of things I'm going to be using in the tank number one. Tank number one is called as a staging area. Staging means temporary, right? It is not permanent, but permanent water, cleaned water will be there in the tank number two. The tank number two is called your data warehouse. Clear? Now you can understand OLTP means a bucket. Bucket means a small size, 30-40 liters capacity. But a tank means a 10,000 liter capacity. Why can't you shift? Why can't you keep instead of buckets? Can't we take the drum to the street? It will be difficult for you to carry. So OLTP means similar to buckets, small in size. Clear? And 1 minute the data will be full in the bucket. And after that, you switch on this motor and the water will go. You cleaned water will go to clean tank. From here, the entire Hyderabad city is going to be using Kaleshwaram project. So Godavari projects, what are they doing? They are going to be getting the water from Ganga River, Godavari, Penna, all the data. These are the Kaleshwaram project. Bigger motors are there. The data will come to one bigger reservoir. They'll clean the water again with another project. It will be dumping into the Hyderabad and other cities. So this is nothing but ETL only. So data source is Godavari. All of them are called OLTPs, from where you get the original data. And here it is going to be maintaining historical water. Last 10 months of water is going to be maintained here. Are you able to understand what is ETL now? ETLs are nothing but data importing, exporting software. అర్థమవుతుందా? Why I'm going to be using it to ETLs? Did you understand clearly? So what are the OLTP means the buckets? What is OLAP? OLAP means a bigger tank. Okay, what is this is also tank number one, tank number two. This is a temporary tank. This is a permanent tank. Old data you will have, right? And a cleaned data. So this is a dirty data. This is also will have dirty data. So ETL tools are what? ETL tools are data importing, exporting tools. ETL tools are what? Importing, exporting tools, and you will also do some kind of a data cleaning work. Clear? That is also will be done at the time of ETL. So what you do, for example, you put a motor. To the motor, you put small net. What is the net? You don't get the bad, particles. What are you doing? You are bringing only the cleaned water, but that is not the one cleaning, right? ETL means extract the data, transform that. You put a net into the your motor pump. It will not get so bigger plastic particles from Godavari Penna. You put lot of jollies and nets. It is going to be filtering and getting the data, but that is not the permanent cleaning. Again, you get the data. You're going to be cleaning the data here. Second level of cleaning. And again, you're going to be simply loading. Here, we may not do any transformation, simply extracting the data, we load the data. So that is how you got to understand. But if you have data, is it sufficient? Answer is no. If I have cleaned data here, what is the use? For example, I have data called 10 and 20. I have data here. This is a cleaned data. If I have data, if I keep vegetables in the refrigerator after cleaning it, what is the use? You need to go to the kitchen and process it, right? If you keep vegetables, cleaned potato, cleaned tomato, if you keep them in the refrigerator, because data warehousing is refrigerator, what will happen now? You tell me. So nothing will happen. You need to go to the kitchen and process your potato or process your tomato. So the next one you need to process. So data warehouse is going to be storing your data. It is a bigger tank. Tank is going to be storing the water. But here we are going to be using one more application called SSAS. It is similar to your kitchen. Similar to your kitchen. What we do in the kitchen, we are going to be preparing lot of items. You take all the data, all the vegetables. You are going to be preparing. Let us say paneer butter masala, chicken biryani. All of them can happen only in the kitchen. So SSAS will take this data. It will give you processing. Processing means it will give you what is the sum. Sum is 30. It will give you what is the minimum. Minimum is 10. Maximum is 20. And what is the data? Only count two numbers. All the processing is going to be happening. Nobody needs raw data. Nobody needs raw data. Everybody wanted to have the aggregations. What is the aggregations? I will give you a couple of examples. I have tons and tons of data available in the, data warehouse. It is a cleaned. Now I wanted to know what is the total sales in Hyderabad last 5 years. Now I need to go to the data, get the data in kitchen, that is SSAS. I have to process and show you one figure. Hyderabad last 5 years sales is $10 billion. Clear? I wanted to know last 5 years Ramadan sales in India. Last 5 years, let us say Christmas sales in Europe. Last 10 years, Diwali sales in North India. I wanted to know last five Apple iPhone models in India, in South India versus North India. So people will ask you not only one question, lot of processing on the data has to happen. If you have a vegetable, do you think that you prepare only one item in the kitchen? You prepare chicken biryani, chicken kebab, chicken harabara kebab. Lot of items you're going to be making. Clear? Raw data is chicken only, spices only, but you prepare lot of food items in the kitchen. So SSAS is not going to give you only some. It is going to be giving you some. What is the sales in Hyderabad? What is the sales in Sikandrabad? What is the sales in Rajamandri? What is the sales in Nagpur, Kurnool? It will give you city-wise sales. It will give you month-wise sales. January total sales, February total sales, March total sales. It will give you quarter number one sales, quarter number two sales, last year sales, current year sales, right? Quarter one, quarter wise, quarter wise, a month wise, week wise, day wise, year wise, brand wise, product wise, color wise. I wanted to know the sales. Now, SSAS engine is going to be getting a massive amount of data, giving you a lot of sums. Because if you don't create a summary, you will not be able to showcase what is the sales, right? Now, that is what you're going to be having in the kitchen. Kitchen is going to be prepared. This is a raw data. This is raw vegetables. Raw vegetables are real in the refrigerator. These are vegetables are cooked. Cooked vegetables are available here. You're going to be cooking everything that is called as processing. So processed data. After making a biryani or a pizza, what you do? You're going to be serving them in the a platter. This is what is called your plate. This plate is called as your Power BI. Okay. Power BI, what you do? You're going to be creating one report like this. Now, this will be given to the end user. So, end user will say, last 3 years sales, okay, okay, it is increased. So, end user means a business user, not the customer. Amazon CEO, Amazon CFO will be able to see the data here. They will say, fantastic, the data is increased. They'll ask for one more report. They'll say like that. So it is decreased. So the Amazon company CEO will ask you thousands of reports every day, and you are going to be collecting data, dumping the data, cleaning the data, putting the data into data warehousing, processing the data, and creating a report. So this report will be given to the end user. Are you able to understand? So we are going to be using a kitchen to process it. So processed food will be served in the plate. The plate is called Power BI. Now, if you think if I learn only Power BI, can you get a job? Answer is no, right? So you need to use ETL tools, SQL tools, data warehousing tools, SSAS tools, and Power BI. So get the data from here, performing this operation, storing data, processing data. This is entire activity called as a data engineering activity. Clear? Only creating a report will be a report creation activity. So collecting the data, cleaning the data, storing the data, processing the data, data engineering work that you're going to be doing. At the last, you're going to be creating a report. So if you want to become a data analyst, you should also get the data, clean the data, store the data. That is what even data engineering team is also doing, but they will be storing in bigger data. So more than petabyte, zettabyte of data, the data which cannot go into data warehouse, they'll store in Spark also, right? So, but for you, Spark and Scala is not sufficient, that not needed, but you are going to be dealing with the data warehousing data here. So you could be a data engineer and a report developer. So that is the reason we are going to be learning SSIS for how many days? SSIS for 25 classes, 25 days. Okay. Data warehousing 10 days classes. SSAS 5 days classes. And Power BI almost 60 days classes. All of them we are going to be learning. Are you clear? SSIS is a 25 days classes. Data warehousing is 10 days. You should learn all of them. SSAS 5 days. Power BI, it is always 60 hours, 60 days. And one more topic, SQL Server, that will be again 60 hours. Okay. So we are going to be starting SQL and Power BI. So this is Power BI. So Power BI, we are going to be starting and SQL. SQL, one video you need to take and daily you watch from Monday and or from Tuesday whenever you start. Power BI daily you have to attend one class. After these topics are over, I'll start with SSIS and data warehousing and SSAS. So this completes how data analytics project is going to work in the real time. So this is a BI architecture. People will ask you in the interview, do you know what is the complete architecture? How the data will be taken and how it is going to be captured in the data warehousing, and what are the activities you have done? Did you work with ETL? Did you work with staging? Did you work with data warehousing? Did you work with SSAs and get the data and created reports? All these things will ask you. When you say, I have 5 years of experience, they will say, what is that? You can say, I know more about SQL, because SQL more questions are asked. SQL will be asked. So SQL you should know. SSIS and Power BI you should know. Okay. So to process the data, which language we're going to be using? SQL. Most of the time data oriented here, SQL only we're going to be using most of the time for the processing of the data. SQL. Clear? So in your body, there is a heart. What is a heart? Heart is pumping the blood. It is a ETL, pumping the blood from one place to another place. Your heart is your ETL. Your kidney is staging area. Staging means a cleaning. Kidney is a staging area in your body. Clear? So this is what is the architecture. If you have any questions, you will be able to ask me. What is a OLTP? What is a OLAP? I have told you. OLTP means fresh data. OLAP means historical data. End users are going to be generating the data, but business users are going to be analyzing your data. That is the reason it is called as analytical processing. You analyze the data when you have complete history. So, lot of other points that you cannot understand today, but you will be able to understand it later. Okay, na? This completes the demo. So, we are going to be learning first and the second month completely SQL Server, Power BI, and we complete this. And later we are going to be completing these three. And afterwards, assignments, project, CV preparation, mock interviews. You ask something that I'm going to be giving it to you. Clear? So this is what I can give you. Is this course practical? 100% practical, right? So it is not a small course. You think it is a IIT institution. It is a Gurukulam. You think like that. Okay. So we are going to be practicing everything, whatever we discussed so far. Everything is practical. So try to utilize it. And if you have any questions, you will be able to ask me, guys. And age is just like a number. So don't worry about it. If you have any questions, you are able to ask me, guys. Hope you have enjoyed the class and we'll continue further. Okay, na? So guys, 100 days of time, daily 2 hours of practice. If you give, you see beautiful opportunities. So this is how I'm going to be teaching. I never give you any explanations in a technical things. I'll make it a story so that you can understand any technology. That is what always people will say. Bhaskar sir means making it very, very simple. You can see the 5-star ratings in my Google reviews. People will say Bhaskar sir teaching is completely anybody can understand, even layman can understand complete technologies. Clear? So that is the I think you're going to be having this. If you have any questions, you try to ask me. So I have given my number anytime. You're welcome if you have any questions. I'm there. I love teaching. That is the reason I wanted to be part of the teaching community, because if you don't have the good teachers in the world, so then the next generation cannot be created. Teachers are important for the society to increase. Sharing the knowledge is always important, right? So this is my number. Anytime if you have any question, I'm just one call away, right? Chalo guys, all the best. So we are going to be continuing the classes on, next class will be how to install SQL Server, how to install Power BI. I have given you the laptop configurations. Buy one laptop within a week time and install it later. Hope you have enjoyed the class. Thank you guys. Meeting ID will change from Monday.